following is a presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
On the whistle, you got to make it or else we'll go again.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, this is Georgia basketball.
We have got to be physically tough and mentally tough.
Lays it up and in and gets fouled. Oh, my goodness.
Georgia basketball is brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Georgia Farm Bureau, always the home team. And by Piedmont Healthcare, connecting you with great care every step of the way. With confidence, we move forward. With heart, we keep carrying on.
Horn straight away three on the catch. Good, he buries it.
There's no secret. You rebound the ball, you hold them to one shot, you get out on your break, you make the next pass.
To the rack, two hands, he skied up there and flushed it home.
Don't turn the ball over a lot. You find a way to get in the bonus early. Those are good recipes to win.
This is the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Now to Courtside, along with Chuck Dabble, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Hi again, everyone, and welcome to another night of Georgia Bulldogs basketball tonight from Stegman Coliseum in Athens, where the Bulldogs will host the Memphis Tigers in the second of 8 straight home games over the next 35 days. This will be the 4th all-time meeting with Memphis, and Georgia has won 2 of the 3 in the series so far, including a 3-point upset of the then 9th-ranked Tigers on their home floor in January of 2020. Memphis, the NIT champions last season, has restocked its arsenal, bringing in one of the top freshman classes in the sport. As the Bulldogs host the Tigers for the first time ever tonight, Georgia's looking for a positive result, and the Dogs have lost their last 4 in a row, including a 3-point defeat to Wofford 3 days ago. An upset over a top 20 team would be more than what the doctor could order for a new-faced squad still learning how to play together and win together. The Courtside Show is brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Adam Gillespie is our producer-engineer. Zach Jewell is our network studio host. And the countdown to tip-off is underway for Georgia and Memphis right here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Senior Bridges in the center circle to jump it off for the Dogs. We're almost ready to light the fuse here and ready to go. Here's Don Daly with the ball in his hands. Center circle, it goes up. Tap controlled by Memphis, and we are underway here in Athens tonight. The Tigers with the first crack at it. Memphis basketball, they work around the perimeter from right to left. Georgia opens up in a man-to-man defense. They fire a quick 3, bank shot, kicks off the rim, no good. Rebound, DeAndre Williams from Memphis, may have walked in the lane, not called. His putback basket 4 feet away is good, and those are the first points of the contest.
He got away with a walk. He also got away with lowering his shoulder, creating some space. Just put it right in Bridges' chest.
Dogs on offense for the first time now. Bridges works from the right block. Jump hook over the defender, off the right side of the rim, no good. Rebound to the Tigers. There's Imani Bates going to give it up right side into the corner. Now it comes out of there from Quinones, who's got his shorts rolled up tightly high on his thighs. That's old school basketball shorts right there. Quinones, left-hand dribble, spins at the elbow, shoots the 14-footer, hits the rim, no good. Rebound Ingram for the Dogs. Jalen, the 6'7 transfer from Florida Atlantic, pulled it down and gets it into the front court. Quinones whips it off the left wing over to Christian Wright, the freshman. Back to Oquendo. Now it's Wright from the left wing. Top of the key, feeds Ingram. Into Bridges, bounce pass is stolen by Memphis. Jalen Durham with a takeaway. Tigers with a basketball. Bates kicks it left over to Quinones, a 6'5 guard from New York. They'll move the ball around as rapidly as possible. Memphis with a 2-0 lead, looking for more here. Straightaway 3, no good. Back iron, long rebound. Tapped over to Georgia as Jackson Eder comes up with the basketball after the missed 3 by Bates, the freshman. Dogs attack with Oquendo. Gets stripped going up from the right side, loses the handle, and Memphis takes away the basketball. Quinones to Landers Nolly, who's untucking his jersey at the time. He took the feed. Williams now has it in the paint, and he's called for the travel for Memphis. The Tigers turn it over. It'll be the Dogs' ball. 17:55 first half, and Memphis with a 2-0 lead. Dogs looking for their first points. Ingram into Eder, back to Ingram, over to Wright still in the backcourt. Christian pressured by Nolly in the backcourt. Now he's triple teamed at the logo. Thread the needle to Ingram. He attacks. Scoop shot high off the glass. Won't go. Rebound tapped out to Wright. Feed it over to Oquendo for a three. Rattles out. No good. Rebound Memphis. They finally handle the loose ball. Baseball pass. My goodness. Roger Clemens chunked that thing. That had juice on it. Right through his teammate under the basket. DeAndre Williams jumped up high, and that thing just greased right through his hands and out of bounds.
And let's point out, too, that was from about 25 yards away. I mean, he really ripped it.
He did. Dogs get it on the Memphis turnover. Wright weaves through traffic. Oquendo along the left baseline. High and dunks it home for the finish. And we're tied at 2.
Super Cario in full display there.
Oquendo with his specialty. One of his many dunks. He said his first dunk came when he was in the 7th grade and about 5'8". He learned a new skill, and he hasn't quit since. Ball tipped out of bounds by the Dogs, trying to save it over on that left baseline. Cario tried to jump in the air over the inline and backhanded in.
Good defensive move. He went around the baseline and got a hand on it to deflect the pass and almost saved it.
Memphis going to inbound it with 9 seconds to shoot. Quinones takes a long look from the left wing and hits the three-pointer. His first points of the ball game, and it's 5-2 Memphis. Dogs on the offensive end, left end of the floor from our vantage point next to the Georgia bench. Bridges tries to bump his way through the lane. Kick out to Cario. Oquendo's three from the left wing off the mark. Dogs save the rebound with Jackson Eder on the far sideline. Work it back to Cario. He'll give it to Bridges. No, that's Ingram. Jalen going to put it on the floor and drive. And loses the handle on the drive down the left edge of the lane. And that's a Georgia turnover, our third, here with 16:22 remaining in half number 1. 5-2, Memphis with the lead. Penny Hardaway, their head coach, almost out to half court. Now calling over Bates for a quick conversation. And making a substitution and holding up play here. Just taking their time, just having a casual conversation at half court.
Yeah, got their arms around each other. Just a nice little.
Michael Roberts, the referee, is like, hey, let's get this going. We're ready to play. Memphis possession. They lead by 3, 5-2. Quinones holds left wing, far side of the floor. Feeds it into Earl Timberlake, one of the substitutions that entered the ball game seconds ago. And another traveling call on Memphis in the right corner for Alex Lomax, the 6-foot senior guard.
Well, the first traveling call, they just lost control in the lane. This one was one of those pump fakes and then start to move with it and not get the ball on the floor quickly enough.
Landers Nolly, the 6'7 transfer from Virginia Tech, pressures right a little bit in the backcourt. Christian hustles it up into the front side. Now we work our offense. Backdoor pass on the cut to Eder from Oquendo, and he's fouled under the basket as he tried to slash and lay it in. He'll have to earn it at the free throw line. 2 free throws coming for the Dogs after the timeout. 15:55 remaining, half number 1. Memphis with an early 5-2 lead on the Dogs here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Core Power is the official protein drink of Georgia basketball.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. All right, Chuck, I got a quiz for you.
Okay.
National championship at Kansas in 1988. Coached 26 years in the NBA for 9 different teams as a head coach. And is in the Basketball Hall of Fame. Who is he?
Larry Brown.
And he's an assistant on the Memphis coaching staff.
And one of the most nattily attired coaches that you will ever see.
And he's 81 years old.
I'll tell you what, he doesn't look that.
Would you take that on as an assistant coach in college basketball at 81?
You know, I think Larry Brown loves the game. And he has always been around it in some way, shape, or form. Speaking of which, way, shape, and form, I'd hope that we would win a turnover battle with these guys tonight because they're pretty loose with it. They've already turned it over 3 times. Unfortunately, we've turned it over 3 times too. But when we beat them 2 years ago in Memphis, we each turned it over 16 times. We came out on top.
Jackson Eder nails his first free throw of the night to make it a 5-3 contest. One more for the 6'4 junior from Woodstock, Georgia. Eder, right-handed shooter, releases it, ball in the air, all net. Jackson with 2 free throws there to make it a 5-4 Memphis lead. Tigers with the basketball. Here's Lomax, the senior, into the front court. Lomax, left side of the floor, it goes to Timberlake. And Memphis will reverse the ball. Quinones right wing, quickly back to Lomax, dribbles to the elbow, feeds Quinones for a 3. Long straightaway NBA range, hits the front of the rim. Ingram rebound for the Dogs. Alley-oop to Oquendo, mishandled the lob, and we turned it over. Memphis with a takeaway.
A great pass.
It was not. Nolly's 3 right wing, around the rim and out. Oquendo with a rebound, running under the basket on the baseline. Dogs move it quickly up the floor. Eder tries to drive from the right side. They defend it on the block. Out to Wright. Deep 3. Christian Wright with a long Scana energy 3 to give the Dogs a 7-5 lead.
He thought about passing it and then thought, no, I got a good shot. He was wide open.
Did you see Tom Crean on that play?
Yeah, I did.
Lomax answers with a 3 for Memphis.
And Christian a little late getting out there on him.
8-7, although they gave us the points on the scoreboard, but it's 8-7 Memphis by 1. Dogs have the basketball. Wright boxed in almost all the way to the half-court line by Lomax. Now he hands it off to Ingram. We run our offense. Eder to Wright. Feed into the quarter. Ingram spins along the baseline, knocks a man down. There's a whistle and an offensive foul or a block. I think they called the block.
I think that's the right
call. They did.
Yeah,
Earl Timberlake for Memphis.
I was about to say if he was calling offensive on that, it was a bad call, but that's the right call. He slid right in front of him. He slid right in front of Jalen.
Timberlake, the transfer from Miami, a sophomore, 6'6", 220. Picks up his first foul. Dogs out of bounds play. Beautiful. The inbound on the slash, cutting move to Oquendo. They skipped it into him, and Carrio lays it up and in to put the Dogs up 9-8. Nice out of bounds play by the Dogs that time. Oquendo with 4 points. Georgia by 1. Memphis in blue. They've got the basketball. Bates is back in, the uber talented freshman, as they like to say. Long 3, left side, rainbow air ball. Wow. Caught on the right side of the rim by Christian Wright for the Dogs. Georgia's jumper by Ingram in the circle just above the foul line is good straight away. About a 17-footer for Jalen's first points of the contest, and Georgia has a 3-point lead, 11-8.
The Dogs are competing in every facet that you'd be wanting them to right now and doing a really good job on the boards.
Running layup attempt by Timberlake won't go. Rebound batted around, finally picked up by Wright under the basket, and we're doing all that, Chuck, without Aaron Cook tonight.
Yes, we are. That's everybody has to pick it up.
Bridges steps into the paint, goes up, gets fouled right in front of the basket. He gave a little shoulder dip and stepped into the lane from the right side, right in front of the bucket. And the Tigers commit another foul, their third. Georgia's yet to be whistled for one, and Braylon Bridges will go to the free throw line for the Dogs. Foul was on, was that one on Williams, DeAndre Williams that time.
See how those line drive free throws are falling tonight.
The left-hander. Free throw in the air. That one rattles out. No good. Bridges from McDonough, Georgia. 6'11", 240. 61% from the stripe so far this season. Coming into tonight was 14 of 23. Second free throw's in the air. That one rolls in there good. Got the right touch on it. He made one, he missed one. And it's a 4-point Georgia lead, 12-8.
He just needs to work on just getting a little more air under it. You know, he shoots, he's got a tendency to shoot those free throws on a line drive.
You're available after the game, right? He'll come out of the locker room if you tell him.
Oh, I've seen him out here work. He comes out. When I got here at like 4:45, he was out on the floor working.
Bates, jumper, top of the circle, still cold. Missed that one off the rim. Whistle on the rebound, and a foul going to be called on the Dogs, I think on Ty McMillan.
I think so. Yeah, he grabbed him from behind.
Big Mac there at 6'9" and 220, the junior college transfer from Kilgore, Texas, his hometown, New Orleans, Louisiana. McMillan picks up his first foul for the Dogs. Memphis inbounds under the basket. Imani Bates kills the dribble, finds Lomax to his right. Back straight away now, DeAndre Williams. Again comes right to Lomax. He'll dribble into the circle, feed it right to Timberlake. Back to Lomax. Fakes the three. Drives. Tries to go by right. Now slams on the brakes and hits a fadeaway two from the left edge of the lane from about 12 feet. 5 points in the game for Lomax. It's 12-10 Dogs. Georgia beats a little backcourt pressure now with a pass to Ingram in the front side. He's killed the dribble, hands it off to Wright, sets a screen now. Wright gets away from the defender, over to Oquendo for a three. Looks at it, admires it, missed it deep off the back rim. Rebound to the Tigers. Timberlake, penetrate, drive, throws it back. Ball is loose. Eder goes diving at half court, could come up with it. Memphis with the save, and they'll get a lay-in on the other end. No, it rolled off the iron. Williams had it roll off right in front under the basket. He missed it. Dogs rebound, get the ball to Oquendo quickly, slashing from the left side. He's going to be fouled going to the rack.
How about that? What kept that ball out? That looked like one of my putts.
Gravity, I guess, momentum.
That looked like one of my putts, on the green. It gets up there, and I go, what kept it out?
Yeah, the cup wasn't big enough.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
That's usually the answer.
How about that?
Bates with the foul for Memphis sends Oquendo to the free throw line. Cario only 28% from the line, 4 for 14. And now 4 for 15. That one hit the right side of the rim. He got it high enough, just didn't have the accuracy.
Off to the right. It was wide right.
Jabri Abdur-Rahim getting set to come into the ball game for Georgia for the first time. 12:02 on the clock. 12-10. Dogs lead by 2. Oquendo, second free throw, rattles home. Good.
Good adjustment. All right, now our leading scorer from Sunday's on the floor. He had 21 points Sunday against Wofford, didn't he? 20.
Career high, yep. Only missed one shot all night long. Hit 4 or 5 on threes and 5 of 6 from the floor. 13-10. Dogs lead by 3. Memphis with the ball. They're in blue. The Dogs are in silver or gray tonight, if you will. And a blocking foul going to be called on the drive by Imani Bates. And they're going to get Jackson Eder trying to get the charge. Went the other way on him. That's his first foul. We'll get into a timeout. 11:51 to go first half. It's Georgia 13, Memphis 10 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Scrooge, this is your home?
100% verified tickets. And StubHub's the only, or is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Georgia Bulldogs. StubHub, be there.
Scott, we mentioned earlier, with the Dogs leading this game by 3 here with 11:51 to play in the first half, Georgia's doing a lot of good things. They're out-rebounding Memphis 8-6 despite being outsized. And the other thing, they're tied with them in turnovers at 4 each. Now, you'd say, well, what's so great about that? Well,
what's so great about that?
Well, the Dogs are capitalizing. They've got points off of Memphis. They got 5 points off their 4 turnovers. They've yet to capitalize off of any of our 4.
That is great so far. No points off turnovers for Memphis as they inbound the basketball in front court. DeAndre Williams, all 6'9" of him, dribbles it once and gets rid of it. Up the wing to Bates. Now Lomax got it above the foul line. Jab step, shoot, 17-footer. Off the rim, no good. Williams rebounds offensively from Memphis. They hoist a 3 with Nolly from the left wing and miss that one as well. And the Dogs in that possession with the rebound. Wright carries it across the timeline for Georgia. We work right to left here in the first half. Eder with the ball on a slow dribble, far side of the floor to Christian. Give it over to McMillan. He'll turn around and hand it to Abdur-Rahim. 3 ball, good left corner. Jabri with a Scana Energy 3. 16-10 Dogs.
Picking up right where he left off Sunday afternoon when he walked off this floor.
Boy, I hope that's a sign of things to come for him. He got off to such a slow start shooting the basketball, but 20 points, a career best on Sunday, and then hits his first shot of the night. Dogs by 6. Memphis with the ball. Williams, everybody kind of got out of his way, and he lays it up softly right down the lane, uncontested.
Yeah, once he got up in the air with the ball, there was nothing good going to happen for Georgia.
Yeah, you're right about that. 16-12. It's a 4-point Dogs lead. We've got the ball front court left. Eder works on the right baseline. Step back, fake pass, or fake the shot. Throws it inside instead. McMillan can't get to the ball, loses it, goes to the floor, taken away by Memphis. Tigers with a basketball. Our defense failed us on that possession. Williams, another layup right in front of the basket. Now they press in the backcourt.
Well, our defense was slow getting up the floor.
Wright double-teamed in the backcourt, jump pass to Abdur-Rahim at the half-court line. We get it into the front side. Ingram, quick three. Good, he drained it. Left wing, Jalen Ingram with a long NBA three from the left wing. And the Dogs make it 19-14.
I'll tell you what, if they want to pressure you in the backcourt, make them pay like that. They're a little late getting up front. We buried the three.
Ball knocked out of bounds on the near side here. Comes right next to the bench. And we'll make some substitutions. It's going to be Memphis basketball. The Dogs got a deflection. Georgia in the first half here, 3 of 6 on threes. Memphis 2 for 7 thus far. 19-14 is our score. Dogs by 5. Dalen Riginal checks into the ball game. For the Dogs, we've got Wright and Bridges, Abdur-Rahim, and Oquendo joining him there. Long jump shot straight away. Was that a 2 or a 3? I think it was a 2.
It was a 2.
By Nolly with a straight-on look, 19-16. Georgia with a 3-point lead and the ball. Christian Wright, left-hand dribble. A little bit of a crossover. Gives it up to Oquendo on the wing. Cario drives to the right elbow. Back to Wright for a 3. Front of the rim on the long shot. No good. Rebound Memphis. Abdur-Rahim almost with an over-the-back call, but no whistle. DeAndre Williams drives. We pick his pocket. Oquendo 1-on-2 down the middle of the floor. Oh my gosh!
Oh no!
My goodness!
No.
With authority, a one-handed power dunk from the right side.
Oh, ESPN Top 10. There it is. It's got a bow on it for you. Woo! Super Cario.
It came out of nowhere, and Memphis calls a timeout.
Boy, you get one of those a game with that young man. At least. Let's have a couple of more.
Let's get a few more. You got there.
Let him fill up ESPN's top 10 plays.
Oh, my goodness. Jeez, I want to see a replay. Where's the monitor? Oh, there's a big thing over our head.
I want to clear the – let's just go look at that for the rest of the night. That was
Cario Oquendo.
Over about, 2 or 3 Memphis Tigers. He just, went up over him and punished them.
I mean, all of a sudden, he was off the floor in the air, and that ball just tomahawked down over the rim. Oh, woo! That was nice. Memphis calls the time in a 21-16 contest, a 5-point lead for the Dogs with 8:56 to go. Abdur-Rahim, Oquendo, Wright, Riginal, and Bridges are 5. Big Jalen Duren will inbound right in front of us for Memphis. Near sideline in front court. And Tigers go back to work. Left side, they're trying to post up Bridges, and they get Braylon for a block in the back against Jalen Duren, the 6'11", 250-pound freshman from Pennsylvania. Tigers will keep the basketball. Throw it in. New 20 on the shot clock. 8:50 to go first half. 21-16 Dogs. Inbound left baseline. Bates lobs it in about 6 feet in front of him to Duren. He dips under the defender. Try to reverse layup. Missed it. Dogs rebound. Quick throw. Oquendo already back there and scoring on a layup.
He just flashed down the floor. He's not only got great ups, he's got speed up the court.
He's got jets. It's 23-16. Cario with 9 already for the Dogs. 8:25 to go first half. Memphis goes in for a dunk, and the Dogs deny it with Dalen Riginal. Going to be called for a foul, but it was worth it. Dalen with the foul. He kept him from dunking on our rim, right?
Uh-oh. They got a player hurt. I hope
up a little bit slow. That's Landers Nolly. They help him out from under the basket.
Yeah, he's okay. Good.
He's going to walk away. He's going to be shooting free throws here in a second. Nolly, the transfer from Virginia Tech, from Fairburn, Georgia. Was at his former high school in the state of Georgia, Langston Hughes High School, yesterday, where he had his number retired. Now he's shooting free throws facing the student section. He's going to miss that first one around the rim and out. No good. Nolly at 75%, an all-conference player last year. Was on the ACC all-freshman team in his time at Virginia Tech. A former teammate of Georgia's P.J. Horn, who is unable to play this year due to injury. He made the back end of the free throws. Missed one, made one. And it's 23-17. Dogs ball. Abdur-Rahim Carries it across the far side of the floor into the front court. He's guarded by Imani Bates, 6'9" freshman. Go to Wright. Now they've got Tyler Harris, a 5'9", 150-pound guard in there working against Christian Wright. Definitely the smallest guy on the floor. Abdul Rahim spins down the lane, easily rejected by Big Duran at the rim. Memphis on a run out. Oh, another rejection on the other end. Cario Oquindo igniting the student section with that block.
My goodness.
This guy's on a different playing field tonight.
Let me tell you, yeah, and it's about 7 feet above this one.
You're right. Timeout. Oquindo time. 7:53 to go in half number one. Dogs 23, Memphis 17. Back in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
It's time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth.
Against Wofford, they are coming out tonight with a, now look, they know they're short Aaron Cook, and all these young men are having to pick it up a notch, but they're doing that, and the energy, they're feeding off each other's energy, and it's paying off on the floor right now with this 6-point lead. But that's what the Dogs are being told by Tom, keep that energy level high.
Cario Oquindo, kind of the driving force of that energy right now for Georgia, the junior college transfer from Titusville, Florida. It's a highlight dunks, block shots, rebounds, running the floor. He's doing a little bit of everything tonight. 6-point lead for the Dogs. Memphis with the basketball. They work inside. Dalen works against Bridges. Gives him an in-the-lane spin move and has Bridges going the other way, and Dalen left open to lay it up off the glass for an easy two.
He turned left, he turned right, he bumped him, and then he turned left again and laid it in. It's one of those things where you're kind of darned if you do and darned if you don't, trying to defend him underneath.
Jalen Duran, the 6'11" freshman from Sharon Hill, Pennsylvania, with his first points of this contest. It's a 4-point Georgia lead.
Your best bet's not let the ball get in that low in the post. It's your best bet.
Now we get it in the post with Bridges, but he's quickly double-teamed. Cross-court zip one to Original and misses the three from the right wing. Had an open look, had a little too much on it. Duran gets the rebound for Memphis. Nolly with a pump fake, steps inside the arc, passes it off to Imani Bates to his left. Now Quinones back in. And slow dribble high left side, guarded by Oquindo for the Dogs. 10 to shoot for Memphis, 6:43 remaining. Here comes a deep three. No good. High rebound, tapped and controlled by Abdul Rahim. Dogs have numbers briefly, 3-on-2. Right to the rack, running layup won't go. Going to be a blocking foul on Memphis as one of their players took a skid on the seat of his pants. Tyler Harris, the little guy, 5'9", 148, transfer from Iowa State, commits his first foul, and that'll send Christian Wright to the foul line for the Dogs for 2 shots. 6:34 on the clock. It's stopped for the free throws for Wright, the 6'3" freshman from Alpharetta. Dogs by 4. Wright trying to add to it, and he does. All net on the free throw. And Wright now with 4 points in the ball game. Reginald and Abdul Rahim come out. Noah Bauman will check in, and Jalen Ingram back in for the Bulldogs. Bauman, 6'6", transfer from Southern Cal and San Jose State. He's from Phoenix, Arizona, as Christian Wright drains both foul shots.
Just got engaged back in November to his longtime girlfriend since middle school, Mackenzie Moore. She was a softball player at Miami of Ohio.
Nolly, long jumper right side. Looked at it too long and watched it bounce off the back of the rim. The rebound going to be touched out by Georgia, although there's some grumbling on that end of the floor with the student section. They didn't like the call. It's going to be Memphis basketball. Landers Nolly, the Virginia Tech transfer, will walk over to inbound. Bauman will guard the inbound. They lob it up, far side of the floor, left wing to DeAndre Williams. He looks around, decides to shoot, misses off the rim. It climbs over the backboard.
Justice. There is justice in the world.
Penny Hardaway, his head coach, talking to him about that shot now. He looked around after he got the inbounds pass and then just decided to shoot. And he missed it. It's the Dogs' ball by 6. We lead 25-19. Work in the front court to our left. Wright slides to his left. Continues a slow dribble. Quinones guarding for the Tigers. The 6'5" junior guard from New York. Wright runs around him to the rack. fadeaway two, blocked into the seats by Jalen Duren, the 6'11". He's quite the rim protector.
There's no doubt. I mean, he is kind of the definition of a rim defender. I mean, he'll go up there and get it at most any level.
I think that's his second block of the night. He came in with 22, which
you know what,
is more than Georgia has as a team.
But, Scott, he challenges so many. He changes, the way you play underneath. You got to be looking for him.
Dogs throw it in right underneath. I think it was Wright trying to shoot over 3 blue shirts, and the ball rattles out. Memphis with the rebound. Williams runs through the lane. The runner won't go. The tap-up rattles out. Fight for the rebound. Georgia takes it away. Memphis has a player down back on the right end of the floor. Oquindo's got it. Penetrate. Kick out to Ingram. Sidesteps to the defender. Missed the 3. Rebound Bridges. He spins. Put back. Won't go. Whistle and a foul on the Tigers. That's going to put Braylon back on the free throw line after the foul on Memphis. That goes on DeAndre Williams, the 6'9" transfer from Evansville.
That's their 6th of the half, too. The next one on them, and we'll be in the bonus.
That's 2 on Evans. And Imani Bates at 6'9", the freshman, long and lean at 190. Getting ready to check back in. Bridges line drives that free throw right through the heart. Good. Braylon 2 out of 3 from the stripe. Without a field goal thus far tonight with 5:31 to go. But looking for his 3rd point here as he awaits for his 2nd free throw attempt. 26-19, Dogs by 7. Free throws in the air. Rattles out. Looked like Memphis jumped in the lane early, but no whistle there. Tigers with the rebound. Lomax got through our defense. Saw a lane right to the rack and laid it up. We never protected the rim that time. 26-21 on the drive by Lomax. He's got 7 for Memphis and is their leading scorer. 26-21, Dogs by 5. 7's been our big lead of the half, and we matched it a few moments ago. 5:05 remaining, half number 1. Eder off the right wing to Ingram from the other direction, left side. Bounce pass, right edge of the lane to Braylon Bridges.
There's that field
Puts
goal.
it up and in over Duren, the big 6'11". And 6'11" that time, and Braylon scored the field goal, as Chuck pointed out. He's got 4, and it's 28-21. Again, a 7-point Bulldog lead. Tigers ball. Bates runs, leans into the dribble, and I'm not sure what that was. The ball went up and down.
Well,
and nowhere near the rim.
Georgia blocked it.
That would explain it. Braylon Bridges may have blocked it. Now the Dogs try to save a loose ball on the left end of the floor over the end line and can't do it. Oquindo was diving on the baseline, but it's going to be an out-of-bounds call on the Dogs. I think it was Bridges back on the other end that got a portion of that Bates runner and caused the ball just to go straight up and down as it left his hand. Less than 4.5 to go in the first half. 28-21, Georgia by 7. Lomax explodes to the basket. Bauman going to block it out of bounds, but foul first. Noah got the whistle against him, the 6'6" redshirt senior. And that's going to be free throws for the Tigers. 2 shots coming. 5th team foul on the Dogs, the first whistle against Bauman tonight. It'll be Lomax to the line, 6-foot senior from Memphis, 75% shooter. He's one of those guys that played for his current head coach, as the free throw is good, when Penny Hardaway was a high school coach in Memphis at East High School. And this young man, Alex Lomax, was on that team. He originally signed with Wichita State, but when there was a coaching change at Memphis and Penny Hardaway was hired, he was able to be released from his national letter of intent and ended up back in his hometown.
Come back and play for his high school coach.
Yep, and he hit both foul shots to make it a 5-point game. Dogs 28, Memphis 23. 4:14 to go first half. Eder with a head fake in the left corner on the 3. Has the ball knocked away. Scramble for it. Picked up. Now it's loose. Picked up by Quinones. They run an alley-oop and miss the dunk.
Wow.
They alley-ooped it to Duren, and he missed the dunk from the left side. Dogs have the ball back. Oquindo behind the back dish.
And we're getting careless
Aaron
now.
pass. Yeah, he tried to throw it back to Bridges. Not a good idea. Taken away by Memphis. Here comes Bates from the left corner. Going to drive baseline and lay it up and in. his first points of the night. It's a 3-point Georgia lead.
We've turned over again. Oh, my goodness.
Memphis with another takeaway. Harris going to be stripped and fouled from behind. He had Ingram on the left defending, and Jackson Eder coming down from the right side, and Harris had no shot, but he got fouled. We'll go to the line
my goodness.
after the
4
timeout.
Straight possessions.
3:40 to go. We've got a time here at Stegman. It's 28. Say, go Dogs every time you pay. Visit regions.com/go dogs to order yours today. Pause for station identification here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Memphis will be at the line when time
Scott,
resumes.
I got to tell you, we were dead even with them in turnovers.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we turned it over 3 straight times, and they capitalized. By the way, they get points off of it, and now we've got 9 turnovers to their 5, and we've got them at the line shooting.
Little Harris is shooting. 5'8", or listed at 5'9". He knocks down the first free throw, his first attempt of the night. This is his second go-round at Memphis. He played at Memphis as a freshman and a sophomore, then transferred to Iowa State, and then back to Memphis. And he hits both foul shots here. And it's a 1-point Georgia lead. The Dogs had it up to 28-21, but Memphis has now scored 6 in a row. 28-27, pressure in the backcourt by the Tigers. We inbound to Eder, give it back to Wright. Christian Wright, the freshman. Lomax took a swipe at the ball, still in backcourt now, on the logo, and walks it into the front side. 3:28 to play in the half. 17 on the possession clock.
I got to tell you, he just did get it in the front court in time.
Right to Eder. Go to Bridges, trying to post up high, and Duran goes right through him and is whistled for the foul. The big 6'11" freshman picks up his second. That's the 7th team foul on Memphis. That means 1 and 1 for the Dogs. Oquendo will check in. Jackson Eder will come out. So the Dogs with Wright, Oquendo, Bridges, Abdur Rahim, and Ingram are 5, and Braylon at the free throw line for Georgia.
And this is where our free throw shooting has got to come through for us. When you get in that bonus situation, you got to knock them down.
Front end of the 1 and 1 is all net for Braylon Bridges. He was listening. He is now 3 for 5 from the line tonight. It's a 2-point Georgia lead, 29-27.
Good on press out. Good on press out.
Bridges, left-handed shooter from McDonough, dips and fires that line drive, gets right over the rim good.
Boy, you say it here and it comes out there, huh?
30-27, Dogs by 3. Memphis with a basketball. Tigers in blue, but Bates with neon pink shoes gets it down to Duran, and he enjoys that dunk for a couple of seconds as he stares at the student body behind the basket. 30-29 now. Duran with his second field goal of the game. And Georgia works on the offensive end, left end of the floor here in the first half. Abdur Rahim with the ball. Lomax bumping and guarding, hands on the hip.
Don't stand still, guys.
Dogs slash, Ingram through the lane, layup won't go, but offensive, what's the call? Traveling. Ingram walked with the ball as he was at full speed, took the pass and took steps.
Well, we picked the ball up. Christian Wright picked the ball up when he crossed over midcourt, and when he did, everybody just stood there. And, Memphis was all over him. You got to move. You got to get yourself open so he can get the pass to you.
Yeah, their pressure can be smothering if you let it. Dogs with a 1-point lead. Bates almost lost the ball, and he's called for traveling as he tried to step around the defender. And he'll turn it over again. Bates, the floppy-haired freshman, with another turnover. 6'9" and 190 from Ypsilanti, Michigan. Georgia clinging to that lead with 2:20 to go in the half. Wright zigzags into the front court, feeds Bridges on the wing. Oquendo comes to get it. Carrio at the elbow to Abdur Rahim. Jab step, thought about the three, feeds it into the post instead. Braylon Bridges, baseline spin. They got it stripped out of the double team.
Yeah, they've studied film. They know when he spins. They had another defender coming around.
Yeah, that was
coming
Lomax,
around low.
the little guard.
So he could reach in.
And he did just that as he spun towards the baseline. He just knocked it right out of his hands. Dogs ball with 10 on the clock. Bridges looking to inbound, throws it to Abdul-Rahim, left corner three, airballed it. Rebound caught on the other side to Memphis. They get behind the defense, and Imani Bates will go in with a one-handed jam uncontested and put Memphis in the lead for the first time in a while, 31-30. 146, 145 remaining, half number one. Dogs on the offensive end now down by one. Braylon Bridges, double team, now triple team, put the ball on the floor and lost it. Turns it over again. Lomax out of the pack with it down the middle of the floor. Kick out, left corner three. Quinones, good. Timeout, Georgia.
Well,
Memphis pushes it up 34-30.
We're struggling terribly on the offensive end. I mean, from turnovers, from traveling calls, from charging calls, from the fact that we can't get the ball in the basket except at the free throw line. None of those are a good recipe for beating a team like Memphis.
Tigers on a 13-2 run as Georgia had a 7-point lead at 28-21. Now they're up 4.
Those 2 points came at the line.
Tigers have.
Those were 2 Braylon Bridges free throws. Other than that, it was 13 zip.
Yeah, we're 1 for our last 7 attempts on the basket. They're on a 7-0 run over the last minute and a half, and 4 for their last 4, as certainly when you're turning it over or making a mistake, they're getting fast break opportunities, and they are fast down the floor when you don't have any defenders back on the other end.
Yeah, we've got 11 turnovers now to their 6.
Hit a little spurt here, see if we can survive it. Bridges feeds it into Oquendo, sprints up the near sideline into the front court, curls around, left of the lane, gets it back to Jalen Ingram. Now Wright with the ball in the center circle on the logo, dribbles to his left. Jalen flashes out, Ingram trying to get away from Bates, his defender. Bridges has got it now above the arc, 10 to shoot. Abdul-Rahim smothered in the left corner, finds Bridges on the baseline, out to Ingram, deep three, front of the rim, no good from high on the right side. 1 and out for the Dogs. Memphis gets the rebound, less than a minute to go, and they lead by 4. 34-30, Tigers. They'll walk it into the front court with the 6-foot senior guard, Lomax. Lomax now to the foul line, kick out Quinones, his 3 from the right wing, around the rim and out. Bridges the rebound for the Dogs. Go to Christian Wright. He attacks through the lane. They swipe at the ball. He has to find control of the dribble, and he does. Back to Oquendo, who feeds it back to Wright for a reset with 17 on the clock. Wright whips it to Braylon Bridges. A couple of dribbles out front. His defender, Nolly, goes with him. 9 to shoot. Abdul-Rahim high on the right side. Spin move inside the arc. Tap the ball to the basket. Layup good! Foul! Memphis count the bucket with 4 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Oh, my goodness.
We were kind of holding our breath, Chuck, to see if that was on Jabri, but it wasn't.
No, I think it was where he was set up.
Foul on the Tigers, Earl Timberlake. That's number 2 on him, and it's an and 1 for Georgia.
I think he was inside the arc.
34-32. Jabri with a free throw coming can make it a 1-point game with 17.8 to go in the first half. Substitutions taking place, and the officials hold up play for a second to count the number of bodies on the floor. Abdul-Rahim missed the free throw, tries to chase down the rebound, couldn't find the handle on the far side. Memphis had a player slide into the seats. Tigers with the ball, 8 seconds to go in the half. Harris drives, kick out to Quinones. They move it to Nolly. He'll step in for a 2, missed the 18-footer, and at the end of the half, that's how the half will end. Memphis still battling for the rebound on the missed shot by Nolly, and time runs out. And that's your first 20 minutes of play. Memphis 34 and the Dogs 32.
You know, we had a stretch in this game where we played right now, we got to come out of the locker room, I mean, with a sense of urgency, because if you fall behind here at the start of this, these guys will run away and hide from you.
Dogs have the ball to start the second half. Again, playing tonight without Aaron Cook, who is sick. So Georgia without its point guard. We go to Ingram. Ingram down the left side of the lane. Missed the layup, contested. Rebound tapped out by Memphis. They run out. Nolly right down on the block. Braylon Bridges cuts it off. Pass inside to Big Duran. And at 6'11", it's an easy lay-in right in front of the bucket.
Yeah, we didn't get back on defense, didn't get underneath and guard the pass.
36-32, Memphis by 4. That matches their big lead of the game. Dogs on the offensive end will work on the right end of the floor now in front of our bench. Eder with the ball above the arc right side. Back to Christian Wright, the freshman. Holds it high, moves the ball around, feeds it in Ingram on a bounce. Jalen into the lane, contested by 2 blue shirts, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. Going to be Georgia basketball. Dogs wanted a foul on the play, didn't get the whistle. Throw it in, right over the shoulder catch with 6. Finds a spot on the floor, launches a long 2, hits the front of the rim with it. No good. Rebound Memphis. Long pass, way too long. It bounces out of bounds on the other end of the floor.
Yeah, you know what? I got to tell you, he's 6'11", but he needed to be about 7'7" to get to that one.
Well, that missed him high and long as the Memphis player that threw that back on the right end, and I didn't see who it was, but he got his money's worth on the throw. He might want to talk to the football coach when he gets back to town. 36-32, Tigers by 4 over the Dogs. Georgia on the front end. Jalen Ingram, left-hand dribble, dish to Oquendo from the right baseline. Driving layup, good. Whistle and a foul. Count the bucket and send Cario to the free throw line.
Yeah, Cario's having a night, and we just got to keep it going. And it's some of the other guys have to kind of catch what he's got.
Oquendo averages 9 so far this season. He's got 11 tonight. And looking for his 12th point as he goes to the line, try to make it a 1-point game. It's 36-34, Memphis by 2. Oquendo, right-handed shooter, free throw, good, all net. Good to see him make foul shots. 36-35. Tigers by 1, they've got the ball. Quinones into the front court. They work it on the far side. DeAndre Williams skips it to Duran straight away. They're sagging off him when he's way out that far. Quinones with a drive and a kick back to Nolly. Nolly at the elbow, nowhere to go. We defended well. Feeds Quinones for a soft touch 3 just to the left of the top of the key.
Yeah, Christian Wright got hung up, didn't get over to him in time, left him wide open.
Quinones now with his 3rd 3 of the night came into the game shooting 31% from distance this season for the 5-1 Tigers. 39-35. Memphis by 4. Dogs with the ball. Oquendo for 3. He's got an answer, and that's a Scana Energy 3 from the left wing.
Well, young man, have yourself an evening. We need it.
Cario now with 15 points, the leading scorer in the contest. 39-38. Memphis by 1. They missed a long 3 with Bate from the left wing, but they got the offensive rebound. Quinones takes it way out front, far side of the floor, and a whistle and a foul down low, away from the basketball action. And they got Braylon Bridges with a push in the back down to the post. That's 2 on Bridges. First on the Dogs here in the second half. 39-38. Memphis leads Georgia by 1. A lot of time remaining. 17:35 to go in this one. Timberlake throws it in. Tapped over on the inbounds play. Tapped over to the right to Nolly on the inbounds. Nolly has it. Dribbles on the wing. Top of the key. It goes to Williams. They shovel it in the paint on a bounce pass to Duran. Up and under. Won't go. Off the rim. Fight for the rebound. Williams gets it back. Airballs it from 2 feet away. And a foul on Memphis on the rebound. Got a push in the back by Duran, the big guy, and that's his 3rd. And Duran, the freshman, goes over to talk to his head coach, Penny Hardaway, who's just kind of shaking his head after he hears an explanation from his young freshman, but big freshman, 6'11 and 250.
And I guarantee you, whatever he said, Penny Hardaway's heard before.
Yes, he has. In fact, he's probably done the same thing before in his playing career. And he had a good one at Memphis and in the NBA. Here's the Dogs now down 1, looking to take the lead with a bucket on this possession. I can't see anything. Here's Eder in the far corner. Missed the 3. Oquendo went up for the follow. Mistimed the jump. The ball bounced again off the rim. Memphis takes it down and hits a 3 on the left end. Landers Nolly, the Virginia Tech transfer. 42-38 now. 4-point lead for the Tigers again. Dogs ball. Ingram's got it just above the arc. Now he backs it up by 3 or 4 steps. Fires left wing to Oquendo. Wright flashes out. Memphis goes for the steal. That leaves Wright open. Runs to the rack. High bank shot straight on. Missed it high. No rim on the deflection off the backboard. Rebound to Memphis.
Well, I tell you what, Memphis right now just killing us on the glass.
Tigers with a ball and a 4-point lead. 16:08 to go in the game. Nolly runs through traffic and an offensive foul. Kind of a delayed call. But an offensive foul whistled against Memphis as I think that was Christian Wright that got bumped, and then he took a slide in the paint. And that's when Dan Daly blew the whistle, and now he's explaining his
he
call.
wasn't quite sure, though.
To Landers Nolly. The call goes against Nolly, and Georgia gets the basketball on the Memphis turnover. 42-38, Dogs trail by 4. Wright works on the far side of the floor, hands off to Oquendo. Right-hand dribble, curls, explodes down to the baseline, kicks it behind him to Abdul Rahim for 3, off the rim, no good. Rebound, touched out, who's got it? Dogs ball. Ingram was fighting for it, but it deflected off 2 Memphis players perhaps.
Oh, we got a break.
Josh Minot and one other guy in a blue shirt down on the baseline. It's going to be the Dogs ball when we come back. We've got a timeout at Stegman with 15:45 to go, and the Dogs down 4. Memphis 42, Georgia 38 on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Here in Athens, no one gets you closer to SEC sports than SiriusXM. You can tune into all your favorite shows on SEC Radio and follow your team, off season through postseason. Your team is covered anywhere you go, and now you can try out SiriusXM for free. Get a free trial and take your team with you on your phone, online, and at home, and start listening at SiriusXM.com/SECSXM.
Scott, I mentioned the Tigers doing a better job than we are right now on the glass. They were trailing us in the rebound category at the half. They've now taken a lead over us in rebounds, 23-22. We just got to get more aggressive on the glass, particularly the offensive glass, where we're not getting any second shots.
Georgia with 6 offensive rebounds tonight. Memphis has 8 on their end. Georgia with a basketball. We inbound Eder to Oquendo, high on the right side. Work on the right end of the floor. Dogs looking for points. Here's Christian Wright. Dribbles, foul line extended right. Cuts into the paint, steps into the red, throws it up high, banks it in, good, and a whistle, and a foul going the Dogs' way. Georgia will go to the line for an and one.
I tell you what, too, the Tigers lost Jackson Eder that time. He was cutting down the baseline, and Christian not decided to go ahead and take that shot, which I'm glad he did. Jackson was wide open for a layup.
42-40 now with a free throw pending. The foul on Lester Quinones, the 6'5 guard for Memphis. And right at the line, Christian tonight with 7 points. Now he's got 8. Converts the three-point play. It's a 1-point lead for the Tigers, 42-41. A lot of time remaining, 15:29 to go. 4th all-time meeting between these two teams. The last time it was tooth and nail in a 3-point Georgia win on the road against a 9th-ranked Memphis team. Memphis forces up a shot from the left side. Timberlake. Ball rebound was loose on the far side of the floor. Dogs go to the floor to cover it up, and they call a tie-up as Memphis reaches in. Christian Wright was laying on the floor on top of the ball. Memphis got a hand on it, and they call a timeout. Did we call the time to keep the possession?
No, I think they called it, and I believe it's their ball.
I didn't think they had possession of the ball. There's a timeout. One of the teams called the timeout.
Make Athens a great game day experience. If you want to build a career that makes a difference and leaves a legacy, become an IBEW electrician. Visit IBEW613.org. Go Dogs.
Georgia got the loose ball. Christian Wright dove on it, and he called the timeout, and it'll be the Dogs' possession. With Memphis up by 142-41. Georgia basketball driven by your Atlanta area BMW centers, providing legendary performance, exceptional offers, and a premium ownership experience at BMW. They only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine, so visit BMWATL.com today. Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Dogs ball, Wright, who saved that last play, into the front court on the dribble. Bounces it to Ingram on the left side. Eder comes out to take the feed. Works between the circles. Quinones pressuring hard in a man-to-man. Go into the post to Ingram.
Led him too far.
And, bounce pass out of bounds. DeAndre Williams was crawling all over the back of Jalen Ingram in the block. But the Dogs turn it over again. That's our 12th turnover of the contest. 42-41. Memphis by 1, and they've got the ball. Lester Quinones into the front court on a left-hand dribble, then a right. Shorts rolled up high for Quinones on the right wing. He's got the basketball behind a screen. Pick and roll to DeAndre Williams. Jump stop under the paint, takes the feed, scores on a lay-in, and one of 3 guys fouled him for Georgia. Let's see who it's on.
Well, we went for the steal when he held it down low, missed it, but got his arm. He went on up and scored.
It was on Tyron McMillan, who came into the game after the timeout. And so it's a 3-point play opportunity for DeAndre Williams, who's got 8 points and looking for 9. And trying to give Memphis a 4-point lead again, which is their largest of the evening. Williams, right-handed shooter, puts it in the air. It's all net for the 6'9" senior transfer from Houston, Texas. 45-41 now. Tigers by 4, Dogs ball. Lomax pestering right as he brings it up the floor. Abdur-Rahim's in the game, hands off to Wright. Wright drives and then backs it out, gives it to Jabri. Abdur-Rahim above the arc, moves to his left. 12 to shoot, drop the dribble, picks it up, feeds it back to Christian. 8 to shoot. We're out near half court.
Well,
screen right. He's going to go left, drive to the basket, bank shot too hard off the glass. Clock continues to bounce down. It didn't hit the rim. And a shot clock violation, or did Memphis touch it out of bounds, or was there a foul? They got a foul on Memphis.
Oh, wow. They bailed us out.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Bailed us out.
And that was on Nolly, Landers Nolly, the veteran.
You mentioned just a few seconds left, and we were way out court. Memphis' defense pushes you out there. They are really aggressive defensively.
Dogs get a new 20 on the clock. McMillan just throws it up for grabs, and Jabri had to chase it down near half court. Now Wright has the basketball almost at the half court line, gives it to Abdur-Rahim. Left wing it goes to Oquendo. Dogs move it around. Ingram's holding it now. Shot clock down to 7. Ingram, Timberlake guarding, not looking at the clock.
Nice
4 to
move.
shoot. Abdur-Rahim with 1 at the end of the horn, and a blocking foul on Memphis.
Wow. They bailed us out twice.
End of the clock. Dogs trying to play beat the clock with Jabri. He just took off and ran right through the Memphis player who's still on the court, DeAndre Williams.
He's hurt.
You could hear the bodies crash to the floor, Abdur-Rahim and Williams. The 2 bodies that got tangled up in the foul. A block was called on the Tigers. And it's going to put Jabri on the free throw line. He's trying to.
Yep.
Abdur-Rahim offers his hand, a handshake, a slap on the hands. Williams up. He accepts it. He's okay. He's going to stay in the ball game, although he's probably fighting off a little bit of pain right now. And Jabri misses the first free throw. Abdur-Rahim 20 on Sunday in the loss to Wofford. He's got 5 tonight, all in that first half. And that's his first point of half, number 2. And he's got 6. And it's 45-42. 13:41 on the clock. Second half, Memphis with a 3-point lead in the ball.
Dogs in a zone defense now.
Quinones, far side of the floor. Goes down underneath. Timberlake ran through McMillan on the baseline, no whistle. Ball goes in the backcourt, out of bounds. Memphis never touched it. It just rolls out of the end line on the baseline to the right. It's going to be Georgia basketball.
They tried to throw a cross-court pass in the front court, threw it too far, and then in the effort to save it, they saved it into the backcourt, so it was over and back. If they'd touched it, they let it go out of bounds. Dogs ball.
Either way, it was going to be Georgia's possession. I thought they missed an offensive foul down on the other end. Inbounds, tipped out of bounds, deflected out by Williams.
Well, they contest every pass. I'm really impressed with the way they play defense.
So we move over to the far sideline. Ingram throws it up the wing on that side of the floor to Oquendo. And the Dogs will go into their offensive set. If we hit a 3, we could tie it. Christian Wright dribbles slowly way out front. Defense switches for Memphis. Over to Oquendo. Here's that deep three. No. Oh, he got it to roll in. It died on the back rim and just rolled in there like a 27-foot putt. And that's a SCANA Energy three the hard way, and we're tied at 45.
It hit the back of the rim, and it just stuck there and then just tilted forward and fell in. Hey, we'll take that. We're tied. We haven't had many field goals, I got to tell you.
Oquendo now with 18 points for the Dogs, 45 apiece. Memphis into Nolly. Nowhere to shoot. Kick out. Quinones for three. Too far on the far side of the rim. We didn't box out Earl Timberlake, and the 6'6" guard puts it back up and in for the Tigers. 47-45, they break the tie. Dogs ball. Jabri into the front court. Drops it off on the bounce to right. He'll reach for the basketball. Now a slow walk to his left, and he dribbles on the logo. 12:15 remaining in the ball game. Dogs with the ball, down 2. Right, hook pass out to Cario. Oquendo, hard drive with the right hand. Hands off to Abdur Rahim. 5 to shoot. Jabri looks at the clock, launches a three. It buries it straight away. Jabri Abdur Rahim puts the Dogs up 1, 48-47.
My goodness, and he had his head down. He didn't see the clock. I think he heard somebody yell. It's at 3.
I think he was faking. Memphis will answer with a three. Landers Nolly, and he puts a finger to his lips and says, shh. 50-48. Memphis by 2. Dogs with the ball right back. Right, hands off on the dribble to Abdur Rahim. Cross court it goes to Oquendo. He holds it high for a second. Tyron McMillan sets a screen. Here comes a three. Missed it off the back of the rim and the backboard. Rebound Tigers. Memphis with Lomax. Kick to the left. Up the wing to Nolly. Nolly through traffic.
Oh, wow.
And almost threw it away underneath, but we deflected it out at the last second. McMillan
well, he skipped with the basketball, too. The officials didn't catch it.
Out of bounds on McMillan and the Dogs. Two-point lead for Memphis, 50-48. SCANA Energy, a proud partner of Georgia Athletics. For every three-pointer scored by the Bulldogs, SCANA Energy will make a $25 donation to the University of Georgia General Scholarship Fund. SCANA says, go Dogs, hit more threes. We're 6 for 17 tonight.
Oh, I don't want to jinx us, but we've only got 1 turnover this half. So that is.
You like that?
Well, we're hanging with them.
Yes. Well, when you keep the possession, for the complete possession, it tends to work in your favor a little bit more.
You know what? On top of that, if we can get some shots to fall, we're not making a lot of field goals.
We've made 15. They've hit 19. We've both got 16 points in this half, and it's a 2-point Memphis lead. Tigers with the ball. They'll throw it in on the baseline to our left. Lomax faked, finally threw it in to Duran. Now he hands it back to Lomax. Step back three, rattles out and then back in. Good. He's got a dozen. He's their leading scorer. 53-48. That's their largest lead of the game, 5 points. 10:53 to go in this contest. Georgia with the ball on the front end. Right with a high bounce pass to Bridges. Down on the block, guarded by Duran. Pivots, baseline spin move. Right-handed lay-in off the glass. He got the kiss with the right hand. Good for Braylon. It's 53-50, 3-point Tiger lead now. Memphis in blue, Dogs in gray, silver. However you want to describe it. And the Tigers with the basketball and up 3. Nolly awkwardly to the basket, throws up a running one-hander, barely draws iron. The rebound came right back to him, and he puts it back up and gets fouled. And the end result of that second shot was about the same. It barely got to the iron, but the Dogs called for a push on the play. And that's going to be on Jalen Ingram. That's his first and the team's third. And it's going to put Nolly at the free throw line. The 6'7" Virginia Tech transfer from Fairburn, Georgia. 75% shooter when the day began. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Nolly, free throw in the air, good. He's in double figures with 10. Landers Nolly averaging 8 a game this season. 54-50 Tigers. Second free throw by Landers Nolly, good again. He hits a pair and he's got 11. And it's a 55-50 Memphis lead, again matching their big lead of the game at 5. Dogs, Jalen Ingram brings it into the front court and gives it to Christian Wright. We're without Aaron Cook tonight. Memphis with a foul. Lomax reaching across the body of the freshman and fouling him.
Yeah, just cut right under him.
Lomax with his first. Team 7th. That puts George in the bonus for the 1-and-1 with Christian Wright going to the line to do it. Wright on the season coming into tonight, 12 of 16, 75%. And he's
that was
3 for 3 tonight.
That was the kind of play, Scott, where even if he'd gotten the ball, I think they'd have still called a foul on him. He cut right under him to try to steal it.
Yeah, and he was right in front of the guy with the whistle. That's never a good thing. Wright hits the front end of the 1-and-1. Free throw good. And Christian now with 9 points. And that matches his season best. And looking to get into double figures here and make it a 3-point game. Free throw number 2. 3 dribbles. Looks at the basket. Knocks it down. He buries a pair. Christian with 10, a season best now for the freshman who got his second start tonight. 55-52. Tigers lead the Dogs by 3. Memphis works left into the floor. Nolly in the air trying to draw contact.
Goodness.
Jumps into Braylon Bridges and gets the foul. Michael Roberts, the official, bought the call. As Nolly, from this angle, looked to be the instigator of the contact, but he still got the call. Foul on Bridges, his 3rd. 2 shots for Landers Nolly. 4th team foul on the Dogs. 9:49 remaining. 3-point Tiger lead. Free throw, all net for Nolly. He's got 12 points. Oquindo back in the ball game for Georgia. Jackson Eder checks out. The 2 freshmen, Bates and Duran, over talking to Penny Hardaway on the Memphis bench during the free throws, and Nolly hits a pair. He's got 13 points now, and it's a 5-point lead again, 57-52. Ingram drives across the top of the key, hesitates, dribbles with the left hand, spins down on the left block, pump fake, they foul him, no whistle, reverse lay-in goes. Should have had the foul as well.
Exactly, should have had that foul.
7 points for Jalen. 57-54, 3-point Memphis lead. Nolly with a pump fake in the lane, misses the 6-footer. Rebound Ingram, he clears. He'll take it across himself, left to right. Dogs with the ball, down a possession. A full 3-pointer would tie the ball game. 9:10 to go. Clock moving. Wright dribbles right side of the floor. One-handed pass, sends it to Oquindo above the arc. Into the corner. Abdur-Rahim dribbles with the right hand into the paint, shoots an 8-footer, got fouled in the air. And
almost got it the old-fashioned way.
He'll go to the line, got hit on the arm. And that'll send him to the free throw line for a pair of shots there after the foul by Imani Bates. The freshman picks up his 3rd for Memphis.
Tell you what could work out well for us here. They're getting dangerously close to putting us in the double bonus. They've got 8.
Jabri steps up there and knocks it down. He's got 10 points. Abdur-Rahim now 2 for 4 from the line tonight. Oquindo with 18, Wright and Abdur-Rahim each with 10. Jabri now with 11 as he hits a pair of free throws. And it's a 1-point Memphis lead, 57-56. 8:52 remaining. Tigers have the basketball. They work it out on the perimeter deep. Bates way back near the logo on the floor. Moves to his left, now right. Can't get by Abdur-Rahim. He guarded him well. 10 on the shot clock. Duran has it. The big guy out front, hands off to Lomax. He drives. No, that's Harris. And Harris, no, that was Lomax. He got in deep and a scoop shot by the little guard.
That was a beautiful shot.
Dogs attack quickly with Oquindo. Had Memphis backpedaling on defense. The whistle blows. Dogs want goaltending.
Well, they should get it.
They got the foul instead. Nope, no goaltending. They get 2 shots instead. The foul on Quinones, his second from Memphis, and that'll put Carrio back at the free throw line. And 2 shots coming.
Tom Crane still wants the.
And Patrick Evans, one of the officials, comes over to talk to Tom Crean. What's that? What's on your mind? You know what's on my mind. You missed the goaltend call. Oquendo knocks down the free throw. 19 for Carrio. 59-57. Memphis by 2. Second free throw. Good. Carrio ripping them tonight. Oquendo.
Let's go.
Boy,
with 20 points.
Tom Crean wants energy in the building. He's asking everybody on their feet.
It's a 1-point game with 8:15. I don't blame him. Memphis, top 20 team in Georgia, right here with them, down 1 with a little more than 8 minutes to play. Dogs on defense. Memphis with the ball. Pass it into the big guy on the post. Duran, the freshman, with a baseline spin move. Got a step on Braylon Bridges, the defender, and a reverse lay-in is good. Jalen Duran at 6'11". Well, he can move that 250-pound body.
Say he's talented.
6'1", or 61-58. Memphis by 3. Dogs with the ball. Wright moves to his left on a left-hand dribble. Back this way with Jalen Ingram. Stops at the left elbow. Back to the basket. Fires it out on the wing to Jabri. 8 to shoot. Abdur Rahim drives, pushed off. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Jabri Abdur Rahim. That's his first of the night. And that gets us into a timeout with 7:33 remaining and Memphis up 3. 61-58. We'll come back to Stegman Coliseum after this. Tigers lead the Dogs. Fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Georgia Bulldogs. StubHub, be there. Now let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification, Bulldogs Sports Network. (61-58). Memphis leading Georgia by 3. Carrio Oquendo with a season-best 20-point effort for the Bulldogs tonight. He's leading all Georgia scores and all scores in the ballgame, as a matter of fact. One of 3 Dogs in double figures so far. Jabri Abdur Rahim with 11 and Christian Wright with 10. And then Bridges has 8, Ingram has 7, and Jackson Eder has 2. No Aaron Cook tonight. He is ill and not able to play, not even on the bench tonight, I don't believe. I did not see him.
Well, I give the
free throw good, Abdur Rahim.
Give the Dogs credit for playing so well without him, because he's the guy that spends the most minutes on the floor for Georgia night in and night out.
Second free throw kicks off the rim, no good. Big Duran goes up and pulls it down for Memphis. 2-point lead for the Tigers, 61-59. Memphis in blue. They've got the ball down on the left end of the floor. 7:20, now less than that remaining. Their first visit to Stegman Coliseum. Almost threw the ball away in the corner.
Sure did.
Bates to Duran. 10 to shoot on the block. The big guy bumps inside. Nice dish. Threads the needle to DeAndre Williams. Sneaked in along the left baseline and dunks it home. Well, that was like a magic trick.
It was almost like rolling it over to him. It was so low.
Now you see it, now you don't. Abdur Rahim for 3. From the right corner, off the far side of the rim. Dogs with a rebound. Braylon Bridges works on the block, puts it back up, floats it over the big guy. Yeah. Good.
And now you got the freshman scared to foul. He was afraid to really challenge there.
63-61. We continue to exchange buckets.
Well, you know what? Keep going down inside to Braylon.
Bates working against Jabri Abdur Rahim. The turn fade right of the lane from 13 feet is good. High rainbow shot by the Memphis freshman. They lead by 4. Dogs attack with Ingram now on the left block. Trying to hook his man, puts it up off the glass, rolls off the side of the rim, no good, but you heard the whistle. That's going to be a foul on the Tigers. And that will put the Dogs at the free throw line. The foul on DeAndre Williams. And that's his 4th foul.
That'll also put the Dogs in the double bonus the rest of the way. We still only with 4 fouls here in this half. This could play to Georgia's advantage down the stretch, Scott, particularly the way these officials are calling it.
Ingram will shoot his first free throws of the night for Georgia. Free throw number 1, Soft touch, up and good, all net. Jalen, 93% when this game began, and again, that's his first free throw of the evening. He's now 14 of 15 this season.
We are 20 of 26 tonight at the line.
A lot better at the line tonight than we have seen us in previous
77%.
games. 77%. We'll take that. Ingram, second free throw, good. He hit them both. And again, 2-point game. 65-63, Tigers need to get a stop, get a make, and get in front.
You're exactly right. We just get a couple of guys.
It's elementary,
hot.
Isn't it?
From get this, a couple of guys hot behind the arc. That'd be nice.
Tigers with a ball. Get it to, they call a block down there underneath.
That was a good call.
I was trying to see the Memphis player that went through our guys. Was that the big guy or was that Bates? They're all about the same size. Bates at 6'9". Duran at 6'11". Oh, they're pretty close in size. That was Bates that got the bucket. And the Dogs got called for the foul. Taking a block underneath the basket. And an and one opportunity now for Memphis. Bates spins the ball, shoots with the right hand. Good. That's probably his best play of the night, a three-point play. Now he checks out of the ball game. 68-63. Memphis by 5. Eder to throw it in. Memphis double teams Christian Wright, and Noah Bauman just into the ball game, has to run into the backcourt to take the inbounds pass. We're down 5. We've got the ball. Less than 6 minutes to go. Wright crossover to the rack, flips it up with the left hand. Good. Brilliant play by the freshman.
With the left hand, nice play.
Dozen points for Christian Wright. He just weaved right down the lane, changed hands, flipped it up with the left. It's a 3-point lead for the Tigers again, 68-65. Nolly, jump stop in the paint, lost the handle. We go for the loose ball. Memphis gets it back, shoots an air ball from the left side. Duran gets the rebound and dunks it with 2 hands. Dogs with a quick inbound. Wright going to attack again, and he got the runner. Memphis was wiping at it, trying to block it away. 3 guys missed it, and Wright gets the bucket. 70-67. Tom Crean wants noise. He wants people to stand, begging for energy in the building. 5:06 to go. 70-67 Memphis. Nolly plants his feet, launches a long straightaway 3, nowhere near.
And over the
foul on Memphis on the rebound.
We got double bonus.
Boy, both teams, guys, hands on hips, just trying to get a breath, just trying to grab any kind of air they can get inside their lungs, just running up and down the floor. It's going to be Noah Bauman going to the free throw line for the Dogs. He got fouled on that last trip, and these will be his first free throws in a Bulldog uniform.
Scott, this crowd's getting its money's worth.
Bauman, free throw, knocks it down, good, his first point of the night for the 6'6 transfer from Southern Cal. 70-68. Memphis with a slim 2-point lead, and the Dogs trying to make it a 1-point lead with Bauman at the line and one more free throw on the way. Georgia in the double bonus the rest of the way. Bauman buries the free throw for his first 2 points. A 1-point game.
5 minutes, like overtime.
70-69. Memphis with a ball and up 1. Student section on their feet to our right, trying to get everybody else on their feet in the building. Fadeaway 2. Bates buries one over Eder. Imani Bates with a long fadeaway 2. Here's Bauman for a 3. Can't answer. Eder got the rebound on the weak side. Had his pocket picked by Memphis. Ball out of bounds on the far side. Touched out last by a diving Eder. It's going to be Memphis basketball.
Boy, we had a good look at it, too. Good look at tying it up.
Tigers to inbound. They're coming off the nasty loss to Iowa State in the NIT tip-off finals in Brooklyn last Friday. Got hammered pretty good, 78-59. Dogs coming off the loss to Wofford on Sunday, a close 3-point ball game, and we are nip and tuck here tonight. 4:30 now, less than that. Memphis with a ball and a 3-point lead, 72-69. Quinones feeds it down low to Bates, guarded by Wright. The freshman on freshman drives into the paint, puts it up with a right hand. No good. Back iron, foul called on the rebound.
We are really struggling with size right now underneath, and it's obvious when they go to the glass. You see those blue jerseys high above the gray ones.
And they got Eder for the foul, and that's his third. Not a shooting situation yet. That's only the sixth on the Dogs. Next one puts them in the bonus. Eder comes out. Abdur-Rahim in with Braylon Bridges. Also Bauman comes out.
Yeah, Tom Creed trying to get a little size under there, because when they miss, they're getting rebounds or getting 2 balls.
Correction, that's 4 on Jackson Eder. Jump shot Memphis inside the arc is good by Landers Nolley. And he's got 15, and the lead is 5 again, 74-69. 4:05 to go. Right into the front court. Abdur-Rahim set a screen at the half-court line. Runner all the way to the rack, high off the glass with the kiss, and it's good. 16 for the freshman, 74-71. Quick answer, Memphis. 3-ball, right wing, won't go. Rebound, tapped up and controlled by the guys in blue. Kick out Nolley. 3-ball left corner, won't go. Tip out right to Oquendo. Look out! Lay in good. No showtime, but we'll take the 2 from Cario Oquendo. 1-point game. 74-73, 3:29 to go and the clock moving. Oquendo now at 22, season high. Memphis basketball. Quinones down the lane, lost the handle. Oh, they whistle a foul on the Dogs.
Oh, no. No.
Braylon Bridges hit him on the elbow, says the official. That'll take us into the timeout with Braylon picking up his 4th foul. 3:18 to go. It's a 1-point game. Memphis 74, Georgia 73. We're back to Stegman Coliseum in Athens after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Core Power is the official protein drink of Georgia basketball.
Time for a second half Regions recap. The SEC taught us to show our team pride. Having the Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions lets you say "Go Dogs" every time you pay. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. It was a 2-point game at the half. Memphis 34, Georgia 32. And we're 1 point closer now. It's been deadlocked in the second half. The Dogs have outscored the Tigers by 1, 41-40 here in the second half. Georgia shooting 49%, Memphis at 46%. We've hit 6 threes. They've hit 7. Dogs with the edge at the free throw line. We've made 23. They've hit 11 of their 12. And on the boards, Memphis has a 1-rebound edge, 30-29, and it's a 1-point edge on the scoreboard as well, 74-73 Tigers.
Well, if you want to know a current trend that works for us, we've hit 5 of our last 6 field goals. Now, we went a long time struggling to make field goals, but we've got 5 of our last 6. We got 3:18. If we can keep up that, we can keep the pressure on them down the stretch here and maybe sneak out of here with a victory.
And Chuck, during the timeout, they changed the foul call from Bridges to Wright as Quinones short arms the foul shot. So Christian Wright picks up his first, and Braylon Bridges still with only 3 fouls.
That's a big help.
Second free throw is good by Quinones. He missed one, he made one. It's a 2-point lead for the Tigers with 3:17 to go in the game and the clock running. Christian Wright has played very well in his second start for the freshman in the absence of Aaron Cook tonight. Wright, they give him the open look at the 3, he doesn't pull the trigger. Crossover, going to drive, kick out. Ingram attacks in the paint. They bump him, no call. Block his shot, 8 on the clock. Feeds it back to Eder. They wrap him up around the neck. He puts it up, he rolls in.
Oh, wait, they're waving it off. They're waving it off. They're saying the foul was on the floor.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Jackson's asking for an intentional foul. He's got his arms crossed. They're not giving him that either. They hit him up around the neck on the foul, it looked like. I don't know if they're going to take a look at that on the replay.
Well, they should.
Yeah, anything up around the head, usually they do, but they did not here. Jackson's okay, just standing at the free throw line. Now they will. Now they're going to take a look at it. Play's going to be under review because the foul was up above his shoulders. Penny Hardaway arguing his case all the way out at the half-court line to the officials who are coming over to take a look at the monitor to our left. 75-73 Memphis leads Georgia by 2.
The very worst thing that'll happen is that Jackson will go to the line with an opportunity to tie this basketball game. That's the worst that can happen. I mean, give the dogs, oh my goodness. You're sitting here and you're wondering, oh, look at that.
We're looking at a replay here.
Oh, yeah.
The big guy, Jalen Duren.
Well, at the very least you can see he was fouled in the act.
Duren bought the pump fake by Eder, got up in the air, and when he came down, Eder was going to go by him. That's when he fouled him. He just grabbed him up around the neck and the shoulder. But the officials didn't see anything there to warrant a flagrant foul. So it's going to be Jackson. As you pointed out, Chuck, the worst thing that can happen will be Eder going to the line for 2 shots, and that's what's going to occur.
Well, what should have happened was he should be getting 1, and the basket should have been good. As you could see, that was really even more obvious on the replay.
Eder, free throw, good. Jackson, 3 points in the ball game.
If he makes this one, this building will come to life like you won't believe.
To tie the ball game with 2:54 to go. The right-hander from Woodstock. We're tied. Eder steps up there and knocks down a pair. Bridges in for Jackson Eder.
Now listen.
75-75. We've got a 2-minute and 54-second game. Memphis inbounds, brings it up right to left, the length of the floor. Bates over the logo into the front court. Leans in heavily to the dribble with the right hand. Goes to the elbow to Nolly. Nolly will spin around and shoot a 2 right side. That won't go. Rebound, Quinones got pushed down. He's still got the ball in his hand, sitting on the floor. And the whistle blew.
Now they're going to look at this one.
They're going to look at the monitor again to see if the push was intentional by Georgia. They called a foul on the Dogs. And now they're going to review the play again. I think Jabri got called for the foul. He did. And now they want to see if there was a flagrant about that foul. Quinones was saying so. We'll look at the replay as well. And Abdur-Rahim got...
But it wasn't intentional. That did not appear to be intentional.
He did get both forearms into the small of his back against Quinones when he was up in the air rebounding the basketball. And the officials are discussing this one, and they'll walk away. No flagrant. Common foul. They call both teams out of their huddles. All right, let's continue. And it should be a 1-and-1 for Memphis.
Yeah. What a difference now. They're 1-and-1. We're in that 2-shot, that double bonus. That could make a difference down the stretch here.
It's interesting to watch Memphis coaching staff in the huddles. They got Penny Hardaway and big old Rasheed Wallace. And then Larry Brown just sitting on the bench watching it all as Quinones hits the free throw, front end of the 1-and-1. And now he'll get the bonus try. Memphis now up a point, 76-75. Second free throw by the right-hander is also good. So both teams have done a very good job from the line. Georgia shooting 81%, Memphis at 88%. They've only missed 2 of their 16. And Georgia's missed 6 of our 31. We've had a bunch of free throws tonight. It's a 2-point game. Memphis in front, 77-75. Dogs with the ball, less than 2.5 to play. Jabri Abdur-Rahim picks up the dribble on the right wing. Big Duren all in his face. Gets the pass away to right on the logo. Middle of the floor, 8 seconds to shoot. Screen out front. Right going to drive. Right puts it up. Left the lay-in short, or a short jumper from the left side. And it's touched out by Memphis. And the clock will reset to 20 as right shot hit the rim. And then Memphis touched the rebound out of bounds. So the Dogs will throw it in with Bridges. Lob it in, over the shoulder catch, Jalen Ingram, far side of the floor. Ingram holding, right flashes out. A little bit slower now than in the beginning of the ball game. Abdur-Rahim with the ball, 10 to shoot, looking straight at the clock. Less than 2 minutes to play. Here comes a deep 3. Good! He got it! Jabri wants some noise after burying the 3. Dogs by a point, 78-77. Timeout, Memphis.
Wow. He was way out, too, and give credit to Memphis's defense. Like I said, they've been good all night, but they had pushed us out. We couldn't find anything underneath, a lane to cut. We couldn't find a pass to make. So he finally just said, okay, you want me to take it out here from 25 feet? I'll do that.
That shot was almost like it was in slow motion with the sound off. And when he let it fly, floated through the air, and when he buried it, this place erupted as Georgia leads it by 1 over 18th-ranked Memphis, 78-77. Just a minute 48 to go in the contest. Dogs have 1 timeout remaining. Memphis has 3 remaining. I think they may have only 2 now. I don't know if that's, they just have the 2 remaining.
You know, President Moorhead was here, and he left. I hope he got back in the building to see the end of this one.
You're saying the president might be locked out?
I hope they don't lock him out. This is his building. This is his house.
We're ready to go. The officials tell the Georgia coaching staff to sit down. Tom Crean's the only one that can stand, and he's asking for noise and energy. Memphis basketball, 1:45 to play. They trail by 1 now. 78-77 Dogs. Bates with a drive. Oh, Quindo's stolen. Here we go. Showtime, baby.
Oh.
Up in the air above the rim for the two-handed dunk. 80-77. 24 for Cario. Oh, my goodness. 3-point Georgia lead. 81 seconds to play. Memphis ball, Nolly. Offensive foul, Nolly. Georgia tried to fight through the screen with Christian Wright, and Nolly, the official said, knocked him to the floor and called for the offensive foul. Georgia basketball with 1:19 to go. Did they call that one on Duran instead? I thought it was Nolly. They did call it on Duran, and that's his 5th.
That's his 5th?
My mistake. I thought it was Nolly. So Duran, the big 6'11", 250-pound freshman.
Oh, and what a difference that'll make inside if we need to go down to Bridges low.
He fouls out with 10 points and 5 rebounds.
And right now, that's what I'm looking to do. I'm trying to get that basketball down low to Braylon Bridges.
Georgia with a 3-point lead.
If that guy's on the bench, I'm going to Bridges.
We'll see what the Dogs do. We've got the ball right into the front court. Oquendo, the hero of the moment, or at least one of them. 24 points for Cario. Bridges sets a screen out front. They push on him. No whistle. Wright still with the ball. Stops. Feeds it into the paint. Got away. Bridges got it back. Shoots it high over the rim. Kisses off the backboard, and the rebound comes down to Memphis. Tigers with the ball. Down 3. Less than 50 seconds to go. Crowd making noise here in Stegman. Just about now, everybody's standing.
What's that?
And official will stop play. Stop the clock. Somebody call a time.
And he threw it in from half court.
Wow, that's unfortunate for them.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Memphis called a time, a 30-second timeout in the middle of the play with 19 seconds on the shot clock and 44.7 to go in the game. 80-77, Georgia leads by 3.
19 seconds on the shot clock. Dogs got to tighten the defense, and then when the shot goes up, they got to block out cleanly, keep them off the boards.
What a second half this has been. Georgia has outscored Memphis by 5 here in the second half, 48-43. And as the evening has gone along, it seems that Georgia has gotten a little bit stronger, a little bit more confident as we've played inside a minute to go, just 44.7 seconds. No Aaron Cook tonight, Chuck. And, at the outset of the ball game, we were just kind of hangdog about that. It's like, oh my goodness, we don't have our main guy.
Well,
guy handles the ball the majority of the time.
Scott, you know what? Let me just say this: those guys in those gray jerseys, they weren't.
And neither was the head coach in the pregame conversation. He was very confident, even though the fact that he knew he wasn't going to have Cook tonight.
That's right. They came out and said, "Okay, we don't have Aaron Cook. Let's find a way. Let's find a way to compete." And that's what you love about this team. You mentioned to Coach Crane, they held a players-only meeting. you know, they take self-responsibility. And last Sunday against Wofford, they didn't show up with a lot of energy and enthusiasm, and they paid the price on the scoreboard. Tonight, they made sure that didn't happen. Even without Aaron Cook, these guys showed up tonight to compete against a top 20 team in the country, and they've done just that.
Georgia's put itself in a position to do something pretty good here, up 3 with 44.7 to go. It's going to be Memphis ball as they continue the possession. And now we got a holding foul on Georgia before Memphis can inbound the basketball. They got Jalen Ingram. That's 9 on the Dogs. So it's going to be 1-1 for Memphis. It'll be Landers Nolly at the free throw line, shooting the 1-1 for the Tigers. We get Jabri Abdur-Rahim in for Jackson Etter.
Yeah, we're trying to get some size in there for the rebound. And
Nolly at the line, 5 of 6 tonight. Right-handed shooter, free throw, missed it. Ingram rebound, big board for the veteran Bulldog. 40 seconds, now less than that. Dogs ball up 3, right into the front court. Lomax guarding, swipes at the ball. Right-hand dribble, right to the rack. Pivots on the block, pulls it back out. Feeds Oquendo, 13 to shoot. Cario with the ball between the circles. He's going to call time.
Yep, Coach Crean won the timeout there. We were getting pushed out again by that Memphis defense. So Coach Crean says, hey, let's call timeout, set something up, come out of the timeout, and see if we can't get a good look.
Georgia huddles up right in front of us. They've got 9 on the shot clock, 23.7 to go. And the Dogs lead it by 3, 80-77. Cario Oquendo with a season-high 24 points tonight. Jabri Abdur-Rahim follows up his 20 on Sunday with 15 this evening. And Christian Wright has done a magnificent job running point for the Dogs tonight with 16.
And I'll tell you something else, too. What we want to do here is we want to get regardless of what happens, hey, go ahead and get the foul. You know, if we miss here, get a foul, put them on the line. We got a 3-point lead. We're still in the 1-1, so they got to make the front end. But even if they do that and make both free throws, then they got a foul.
23.7. Both teams take the floor again. Dogs spread it out. Jalen Ingram will inbound right in front of us. Front court, near sideline, next to the Georgia bench.
We don't want to give them a shot at the 3.
He wanted to get it into Wright. Memphis wouldn't let him. Throw it into Bridges. The ball knocked high in the air, and Memphis tries to save it right in front of us.
Look at it.
Williams, I think, was out of bounds. May have been out of bounds. The indication is that it's going to be Georgia basketball, but they're going to look at it. They'll review it. Patrick Evans, the official right on the spot, is saying Georgia basketball. And the lead official, Don Daly, will come over and fiddle with the remote video machine. I think that's the official name. He's going to take a look at the monitor. Play is under review to make sure the call was Georgia basketball. We'll see if it maintains or it stays that way. 21 seconds to go. It's funny to see how many people behind us, the monitors, like 2 seats down to our left, get out of their seat and walk behind the scorer's table to try to get a look at the monitor with the official. 80-77. Dogs lead by 3. Up next for Georgia, if you're even thinking about that at this point, Jacksonville next Tuesday as the 8-game homestand continues. That'll be a 7 o'clock game next Tuesday here at Stegman Coliseum. And then a little bit of a breather for final exams, and the Dogs don't play again until the 18th of December.
All right, Georgia's ball.
Dogs ball as Patrick Evans got the call correct. 7 seconds on the shot clock, 21 seconds on the game clock. And Ingram to inbound from the same location he was a few seconds ago.
Well, their defense, they were all over that pass inbounds.
Ingram looks under the basket. Looks, somebody's got to move and cut, and he calls another timeout.
My goodness. We get in a half. You know, we all break, and then if there was nothing there, they just stood there. You can't do that. You got to keep moving. You got to keep moving.
Christian Wright trying to communicate that with Ingram, and Ingram saying nobody was open to inbound the basketball. And this will turn into a full timeout for Georgia as they'll take a seat on the bench.
Well, I mean, he's right. There was nobody open. But the reason there was nobody open is because everybody stopped.
Yeah, they cut the initial time and then just kind of stood there.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, get the ball in. Well, there's nobody to throw it into unless you want me to turn it over.
You've got to keep moving. That's the only way you're going to get open.
So fortunately, we had one timeout remaining, and that's it. We don't have any left now, so you can't call another one. Now, that will be a complete disaster, Chris Webber. 80-77, Georgia leading Memphis. And we're trying to finish out this possession in style. This possession's taking forever. 7 seconds on the shot clock when time comes back in. 21 seconds to go in the ball game, at least in regulation. Bite my tongue. 2-5 Georgia, given 5-1, and nationally ranked Memphis fits and all they can handle. Tom Crean, last second instructions. Steve McClain, Georgia's assistant coach, in there as well.
Well, I tell you what, Scott, regardless how this one ends up, I got to give these dogs credit. I mean, for what they've done here this evening against a team that is as gifted athletically and basketball-wise as Memphis is, this is impressive.
Here we go. Now it'll be Jackson Etter to throw it in. He looks under the basket, looking, gets to Ingram, comes back to the ball. Jalen puts it on the floor. To the rack, throws it up, it rolls off the iron. There's a whistle and a foul with 17 seconds to go. That's going to put Ingram on the line. Williams with the foul. DeAndre Williams, the 6'9 transfer from Evansville, can't believe it, and that's his fifth. So he's out, and Duran's out. And we've got 17.3 to go, and Jalen Ingram at the line waiting for free throws as soon as Memphis makes a foul-out substitution.
Boy, and Ingram 2 for 2 at the line tonight.
Penny Hardaway, now Larry Brown up off the bench, joining the Memphis head coach out of the coach's box there, down to our left. And the Tigers have to make a substitution. They've had 2 players foul out now, and Bates is going to come back in. Imani Bates, the 6'9 freshman from Michigan. And Jalen Ingram with a chance,
I believe, Bates
to make it a 2-possession game.
Bates has 4 fouls.
All right, Jalen. 93% free throw shooter, 2 for 2 tonight. Right-hander from Madison. Oh, net, baby.
Oh.
It's a 2-possession game, 81-77. Georgia leads.
Ice in the veins.
Woo! Another cube would be nice. Ingram. Crowd gets quiet. Lets Jalen do his thing. Ball's in the air. Oh, back rim, no good. Rebound, Memphis. 81-77, Dogs by 4. Tigers with the ball. 10 seconds to go. They're just working it around. Nolly down the lane will dunk it with 6.7 to go. It's a 2-point lead. Georgia will inbound. Memphis will have to foul. Jalen bounces it into Wright. They grab him around the hips and pull him back.
Boy, put the true freshman.
Alex Lomax that'll put Wright on the line with 5.8 to play. Georgia up 2.
You're a true freshman. You're getting your start tonight is replacing Aaron Cook. Not that he hadn't had other opportunities to start, but he's been the guy with the point tonight. And now you step to the line here with an opportunity maybe to ice this thing for the Dogs.
Double bonus.
5.8.
He's got 2 to shoot, Chuck, and he is 5 for 5 tonight, 75% when the game began. Wright, soaked in sweat, puts it in the air, rattles and rolls in there, good. Woo!
I just
did a little dance inside the rim.
I just got a few more white hairs
on that one. A few more of mine fell out. 82-79. This could ice it here, make it a 2-possession game. Wright, free throws in the air. No good. Rebound. Timberlake in a timeout. Memphis, 4.5 seconds to go. They're going to get one more crack to try to tie it down 3.
Well, I think what you do is you foul them.
Christian missed for the first time tonight. 4.5 seconds. Memphis uses its last timeout. Up 3, foul automatically.
Wouldn't you foul him on the inbound?
Let a second or two tick away and then commit that foul?
Yeah, because you got a 3-point lead.
Oh, I understand the strategy. You just don't want to leave them too much time left, so that then it becomes the foul back and forth, and they end up with the final possession and a chance to win or tie. 4.5 seconds to go, and it's a 3-point Georgia lead. The Dogs on the fringe of their biggest win of the season.
You know, this team has played so well against other quality teams. We saw them play a very good game against Virginia and let it get away. We saw them play a very good game against Georgia Tech and let it get away, despite leads late in the game. If they could find a way to hang on and win this one, I think it'd go a long way towards building this team's confidence.
Earl Timberlake, a 6'6 sophomore guard, a transfer from Miami, will throw it in for Memphis. We match up in a man-to-man. All of their guys are in the front court. Timberlake looks. Bridges guarding the inbounds. Kick it into the corner. Bates, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, into the front court. Launches a three. Hits the side of the rim. And Georgia wins it. Oh, my gosh, wow. That was close.
That was way too close to suit me.
About a 35-footer by Bates.
There's no real way to make the best of the worst. We are sentenced at birth unto a prison we still call the earth. Pre-adolescent mind records and stores all that they see, feel, and hear. The actions of adulthood at best are carried out in fear. The figure of neglect stands above the shape of innocence. It comes to insecurities and issues cruel punishment. Unqualified, socially identified symbols of poverty entitled to our cognizance.
B. And pass stolen by Leslie, all alone for some showtime. Oh, a reverse slam. Oh, a windmill. Dominique